Good morning. Welcome to Reiki Wednesday. I'm Jamie Lee of Animal Bonds, and this is Skip. He's here with us today, and there's a couple others running around, so we may have some noise. I want to thank you for joining me. And those of us who work in animal rescue or we work at sanctuaries, shelters, we see a lot of things. And while we always want to give and we always want to help the animals, sometimes we forget about ourselves. And we see animals that are traumatized. We see animals that have been abused, neglected, and that takes a toll on us. And that's why it's so important, as someone who works with animals, rescues animals, whoops, we have a little problem here this morning with Skip. It's important that we take care of ourselves and that we ground ourselves. And Reiki can help with that. So one of the organizations last week I did was Wendy's Ranch and Rescue. This week, I want to take a look at Hearts Alive Animal Village. And I have worked with Hearts Alive for a few years now. And I really admire this organization because they're so much more than animal rescue. They really are a community. And they're a community that helps everyone. So Hearts Alive was created out of a dream, out of a journal of a young girl. She had this dream that she wanted to start an animal sanctuary. And then it got tucked away, and I don't know how many years later her mother found out that she had had this dream and she wanted to build this center to care for animals and to be involved in the community. And her mom knew that she had to show her daughter, she had to teach her daughter that you can make your dreams come true. And that's how Hearts Alive Village was born. Now, it took the work of a lot of people, a lot of volunteers, a lot of other leaders in our area that care about the animals came forward. And they said, yeah, let's make this dream come true. And that's why you have Hearts Alive Village. Now, Hearts Alive Village, oops, there you go, Skip, has a number of programs that they do besides just rescuing animals. Yes, they go rescue animals out of the shelter. They get them into foster homes. If they have medical issues, they raise funds. They help with the medical issues. But I've written down some of the programs they have, and these are just some of them that they have that are making a difference in our community. There's Kindle's Cupboard. Kindle's Cupboard has distributed over 30 tons of dog and cat food to pets in need since 2014. That's a lot of food. So rather than someone who's down on their luck or for whatever reason they can't afford to feed their animal anymore, rather than saying, I'm going to have to take them to the shelter because I just can't afford, I've lost my job, I have medical issues, I can't afford it anymore. Hearts Alive says to them, we will supply the food. Let's keep you and your pet together because they understand the healing power that pets have in our life. So they've distributed food and kept animals out of the shelter. Proactive, definitely proactive program. Another one is Charlie Mike, and that is the veterans. And where do we owe a debt of gratitude more than to our veterans? And many times they come back and animals truly do heal, and you see it with the veterans. When the veterans have an animal in their life and they can feel comfort and compassion, and maybe sometimes the only place they can, because they just can't do that with people anymore, they can't make that connection, but they can still make the connection with animals. Well, Hearts Alive is there for them. Not only do they look to find good fits for pets and the veterans, if the veteran needs food, they can come get food. If the veteran's pup or cat is ill and needs a little bit of treatment, Hearts Alive will try to help them. They've been asked by counselors for the veterans. Maybe they've become homeless, temporarily homeless for like 30 days, but they're on track to get a home. They just need a place, a safe place to board their animal, and Hearts Alive has stepped in. So they're making a difference not only in the lives of animals, but in the lives of our veterans. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And that program is called Charlie Mike. What else? And then there's Chi of Hearts. You know, Chihuahuas are one of the most over-represented breeds in the shelter. Those and pit bulls. So Hearts Alive has a program called Chi of Hearts where they work and focus strictly on the Chihuahuas in this program, and they pull them out of the shelter, and if they need to be rehabilitated or medical needs, they take care of that. If they, whatever they need, they get them out, they get them in foster homes, and they work to find them permanent, loving homes. Because unfortunately, those breeds that are overrepresented don't last too long in a shelter. There's just too many of them. And that's one thing Hearts Alive Village knew from the very beginning, is we cannot rescue our way out of this problem. There are not enough homes for the animals we have in our community. And it's going to take everyone working together to make a difference, to stop the euthanasia that's going on in the animal world, because there's not enough homes. And they do that through education. Education on why it's important to, oh, good morning, Lori. Thank you for joining me. Education on why it's important to spay and neuter your pets. Because here in Vegas, and I'm not sure where you're watching, but in Vegas, we have 6,000 animals a year die in the shelters because there's no homes for them. They're not ill, they're not sick, they just don't have homes. Hearts Alive Village, along with a lot of others, but today we're talking about Hearts Alive Village, is working to change that. And we want to stop that. And we want people to understand the relationship between the animal and people, and how healing that relationship really is for all of us, for the animals, for the people, but especially for us. Good morning, Roberta. Thank you for joining me. Are you back in DC? I got to spend a wonderful weekend with some of the ladies that are watching right now, and it was fabulous. And they were all very open to animals and the wisdom of the animals and the healing that animals bring us. So we've talked about Hearts Alive Village. One thing I do want to add, because they have many more programs, but I want to talk to you about their adoption center and their pet supply store. So the Pet Supply Store Adoption Center is located on Rainbow. It's actually 1750 South Rainbow. So if you're in Las Vegas, I highly recommend you check that out. In there, you're going to find a little shopping center that's staffed, volunteer staff. All of this is volunteers. It's staffed 7 days a week. Every day, someone is in there to be with the animals, because sometimes there's a few dogs there. Most of the dogs are in foster homes, but sometimes there's dogs. And then there's the kitties. And the kitties have a beautiful room, and everyone is invited to go in and see them, pet them, spend some time with them. But when you shop there, there's food, there's collars, there's blankets, there's beds, there's all kinds of animal needs products. And because they are nonprofit, there is no sales tax. So if you are from Las Vegas, I highly encourage you to go there and to get your pet products that you need, save yourself a little money, and all of that money goes back to support this fabulous organization that's making such a difference in our community. So they have a lot of other things at Hearts Alive, a lot of other programs, but I encourage you to go to their website, Hearts Alive Village Las Vegas, and it's HALV. Hold on, let's see what it is. I have it written down because it's HAVLV.com, Hearts Alive Village Las Vegas. Go to their website, check them out, see what they're doing in the community, see what you can do to get involved and make a difference, because it really does take this community, and they're helping animals, but they're helping people. They're educating people, and they're really making a difference in Las Vegas and beyond. So they're a great organization to become involved with. And for everyone watching live, or if you're watching this recorded, I would ask that you just put down a note if you're involved in animal rescue, what group you work with. And let's promote the groups that are really doing great work out there that sometimes don't get noticed. Let's give a shout out to them. I can talk about the ones that I am personally involved with and that I know about and I've been with, but there's lots of people involved in animal rescue, and I want to hear about everybody. So please, if you're involved in animal rescue or you've worked with the group, tell us about it. Put it down in the comments, and I will add that to our series, because this is a series of giving shout outs to the people that are doing great, amazing work for the animals and for their communities and for people. So I want to talk about the animal rescue groups, the animal rescue sanctuaries, and just get the word out, and let's see if we can't get some momentum behind them to support the good work that they do. So again, I want to thank everyone for joining me. Thank you so much, Roberta. It's so good to see you. And Lori, I thank you for joining me live this morning. I will be back next week at 6 o'clock Wednesday for Reiki Wednesday, and we're going to talk about some more animal rescues and sanctuaries that are helping animals. And that's really what Reiki is all about, helping animals through compassion and allowing the animals to help us, because they truly are trying to offer their healing to us as humans. So again, thank you for watching. Please leave any comments down below. Feel free to share this video. Let's get the word out about these amazing organizations that are out there working for the animals. Thank you, and namaste.